Hello world, how y'all doing? This is only to you, Jadina. How you doing? My name Adam, and I'm looking for an Eve or a daughter just like you. You know what I'm saying?
If you found this video right now, you are an extremely powerful spiritual being. And I know that you know this about yourself, but I feel like you're actively going through, honestly, I might just say, one of the biggest activations that you've been through on your journey thus far. And if you're used to my channel, if you've been here before, you know, my collective, you guys are activating and ascending. It's almost like you're going through ascensions every day or every other day is what it feels like at this point. Like it's starting to pick up the pace, but there's something about your energy right now. Something shifted very recently within you. And it's been like this liberating feeling. A reclamation of your power that was lying dormant for a while. I'm seeing like the journey of your life in my mind's eye right now, and I'm hearing like you feel like you still have such a long way to go, but sometimes you don't realize just how far you've come already. And it's almost like the universe wants you to really take a minute and just sit with yourself and to acknowledge how far you've come on this journey. Because I feel like you're somebody, you're just, once you get to a point, you go to the next thing right away. I don't think you give yourself much time to celebrate exactly where you're at. So there's this need right now for you to take stock of just how far you've come on this journey. I'm getting a lot of energies coming through right now, you guys, so I'm going to try and articulate it as best as I can. But I feel like I'm getting this image of like chains being broken. There was something that happened within your life. There was some sort of energy that wanted to keep you stuck, is what it feels like, that wanted to keep you feeling entrapped within your own life, feeling controlled. This could have been an ex-partner, a past relationship, a past toxic job that you were at, toxic family environment, whatever this could have been in your past, okay? And I feel like there's something about the chains being fully broken from something that wanted to keep you under control. And I feel like you have a lot of people right now looking at you almost in a state of shock or in a state of awe. Two teachers in saying this. For your ability to break through chains that were meant to keep you tethered forever is what I just heard. It's like you had so many people that did not want to see you succeed. Ugh! Ew! I will literally fight them for you, okay? I hate that. Ugh, I hate that icky feeling. I'm just getting this energy of like you had people that wanted to see you fail. Genuinely, they wanted to see you down. Because it's almost like there's something about if you were to stay down, then it would justify things or it would prove something about someone else is what I'm getting. Does that make sense? It's almost like the worst you did in life would just make the other thing look better in some weird way. So it's like, I'm just getting like this projection that could have been sent your way. And maybe a couple months ago, maybe even recently, you could have felt like you were under spiritual attack. Or like you were just picking up on a lot of heavy energy, maybe falling back into seasons of depression or just feeling really down, feeling really confined, feeling really stuck in your life and you didn't know why, like there was no real explanation for it. But I'm getting right now this energy of like people genuinely projecting negative energy your way and you busting out of all of the chains that tried to keep you stuck and held in that energy. You are a powerful force to be reckoned with. Holy crap. Let me just tell you, you are somebody that, like, strength is an understatement when it comes to you and your past and some of the things that you have been through. What I'm feeling right now is you are genuinely breaking free from chains that were meant to keep you stuck forever. And you've broken the chains. It's what it feels like. You've freed yourself. You've liberated yourself. You've cleansed out some old energy. And I feel like in this whole, I don't know what this could have been for you. Take it how it resonates. It could have been a situation, leaving something behind. whatever you walked away from in your past that felt like it was there to hinder you almost. Like, I'm almost getting this energy of like your blessings were being blocked while you were in this thing, in this relationship, in this job, in this whatever it could have been, in whatever dynamic that you were in before that did not feel conducive to your growth and evolution, okay? It's almost like you could have been really struggling because like internally you always felt that you were meant to be abundant. You always felt like you had a bigger purpose, like you had this calling. But it was like, especially in that time when you were in the midst of that traumatic situation, whatever that situation was, it's like it was, you felt it internally, but you couldn't grab onto it. And this could have caused a lot of mental fatigue or just mental exhaustion, just going back and forth because it's like you felt this energy calling to you, but you did, it's like you weren't able to reach out and grasp it, is what I'm feeling. So it just puts you in this back and forth energy. It's like you always knew that you were meant for something bigger. You always knew that you had a bigger purpose and a bigger calling. And it's almost like the universe, I feel like something could have been taken away from you, or you were divinely protected in some way. Let me just tell you right now. Ooh, you know what I just heard? You have been cloaked with a cloak, a veil of protection since birth. Okay? So, yes, you've been through traumatic experiences, like very traumatic experiences. You could have been someone that has gone through almost like near-death experiences. Didn't think you were going to make it. But even amidst your darkest days, you have always been cloaked in this divine veil of protection. And I feel like there was a situation that you were protected from. This could have been a person, this could have been, again, a job, a family dynamic, whatever fits with your situation, because I'm getting a lot of energy in here. This was always meant to be some sort of veil of protection for you to help find your way back to yourself. Okay? And I keep seeing this image right now of you being cloaked. You're genuinely cloaked in protection. Oh, I was gonna say imperfection. But that's how the universe is. You're perfect in the eyes of the divine, in the eyes of God, in the eyes of creation, whatever you want to call it. You have always been cloaked in this veil of protection, specifically when it had to do with whatever this chain that you had to break your way out of. And I feel like you're somebody that encompasses so much purpose and so much light and so much ambition, like such a big calling. You are genuinely an earth angel, okay? You are somebody that's different, rare, unique. And when I say this, I'm not saying you're better than anybody else, because if there's one thing I know, none of us are better than any of the other ones, okay? I'm no better than you, you're no better than me. We're all equal, and I know that you know that. But there is something very special about you. I almost feel like Source has been like, ooh, you know what I'm getting right now? It's like you were chosen at birth to be a vessel for something. You were chosen because there was something about your story, something about your soul's journey that was always meant to be one of, I'm hearing like the hero's path, one of overcoming things, one of resilience, perseverance, what's the word? Commitment. I'm hearing contentment also. But it's like, you were chosen at birth as a soul to be some sort of vessel for something. A bringer of change in some way. To come here and to create tangible change in this life. You're somebody that's meant to hold on to your dreams. You're not just meant to experience them. You're not just meant to think about them all the time. You're meant to tangibly bring them down into this reality. And that's exactly what you've been working towards. I don't care if you just found my channel today, 9:23, wow. Or if you've been one of my ride or dies, watching since September when I started. All I do know is that you guys are walking a serious path of evolution.
What's up, world? You know what I'm saying? How you doing, sweetheart? You know what I'm saying? Jardina, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's Adam, you know what I'm saying? Your first and only first father. You know what I'm saying? Your mother Eve look like you know what I'm saying? Look like you. Look like all the beautiful women of the world. And all the women of the world take after they mama, Eve. You know what I'm saying? And all the women of the world take after their grandmother. Eve is their grandmother, but Mary is their other grandmother. And don't mind Pops, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't religious, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't no devil, he wasn't no demon. Joseph made love to Mama Mary, you know what I'm saying? I say Mama Mary because I'm Jesus, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like to say Jesus unless you're talking about Jericho being Rebecca and Jerry making Jericho America. But JSUS is not my way of spelling Jesus. My way of spelling Jesus is G apostrophe Z. That's G's and UZ is us. Jesus. You know what I'm saying? God's us. Who guard us. Who guide us. Who you think your eyes belong to. God or the devil. The devil think they his eyes, but they your eyes, they God's eyes. God is love, and we make love. And the love we make are the children of God, not the children of the devil or the children of demons or the children of Satan. We not satin dolls, you know what I'm saying? We gods, you know what I'm saying? And you can say we Pops ghosts, puppets, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to use a puppet with a string no more, you know what I'm saying? With the illustration, you know, of mankind being controlled by God, but that's the way it really is, you know what I'm saying? God controls everybody and keeps everybody separated, you know what I'm saying? With the spirit of love and hate, you know what I'm saying? God used love to bring us together, and God used hate to tear us apart, you know what I'm saying? I say God used hate to tear us apart, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I say God used hate, I mean the devil used hate. I stand corrected. The devil used hate to tear us apart. God used love to bring us together. Love is the yolk of the egg. That's why Eastern stars are the yolks of the egg. You know what I'm saying? And the yolk of an egg represents the entire world, Earth. You know what I'm saying? How? Because the yolk of the egg is the sun. You know what I'm saying? That is the love, the living water, the tears of God and the children of God. The living water, the H2O, the air we breathe. You know what I'm saying? And everything, that life brings. You know what I'm saying? The birds, the bees, the flies, the ants, the fleas, and the animals that eat them, and the animals that eat the animals that eat the creeping things. Mankind is unique. You know what I'm saying? Only one of. One Adam, one Eve. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of y'all mamas, daddies, sisters, brothers, aunties, uncles, nephews, nieces, and cousins. You know what I'm saying? White, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? All y'all kinfolk. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no red but blood. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no white but clear. Air to breathe, water to drink, milk. Milk is the love of God. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Jardina. What you gotta say to me?
Evolution right now, and it's one that feels very expedited. So if you're here right now, I'm so grateful to be with you on this journey, and I'm making a promise to you, okay? And I do not take promises lightly at all. If you commit to this path and commit to this journey, which I know a lot of you already have since September, since this has all started, I promise you right now, you are going to experience tangible, real life change in your life very quickly. There's something about these next 3 months that feels so supercharged and potent right now. I feel like a lot of you guys have this divine opportunity that's being handed to you, and ultimately what happens over the next course of this little while is up to you, but I am seeing some sort of shortcut opening up, some sort of portal, some sort of activation. And all this activation requires is unwavering faith, okay, to the visions that you have for yourself, to the dreams that you have within yourself. This unwavering faith is what is required right now. And I'm just even sitting here, I feel so calm in this energy. There's something about how you've shifted into this place of internal power that just feels very calming. It feels very trusting, and it feels very just knowing. It's a deep knowing. You're not hoping for the life that you're attaining for. You're not hoping for, your dream reality anymore. You're expecting it. It's a deep knowing that that's exactly where you'll be. And I feel like a lot of you are in such a beautiful place because, yes, I can tell you things about timing like 3 months because I've been getting that message and I know it's significant. But a lot of you are at the perfect sweet spot where you don't care about timing anymore. It's this beautiful spot where you realize, I genuinely don't care if it takes me the rest of my life to get to where I know I'm supposed to be, but I'm gonna keep taking these steps. And again, I feel like you just put down a lot of burdens, and it has to do with this chain that has been broken. Yes, thank you for taking me back there. Whatever this chain was, it was like putting all of this weight on your back and making you walk this path a little bit heavier, feeling a little bit weighed down by beliefs that don't even resonate with you, by beliefs that were projected onto you by other people that maybe witnessed you at a certain phase of your life, in a certain dark night of the soul, or experiences that you were going through certain trauma or whatever, and people made up these images of you in their minds and then have been projecting that image of you back onto you, and you're like, hey, that's not who I am anymore. I don't resonate with that at all. So it's like things happen on an energetic level, right? If you had people that were slandering your name, talking about you behind the scenes, that's all energy that was being projected towards you. And I feel like maybe a few months ago or however long ago that you were feeling these heavy feelings, maybe you didn't feel at the time fully grounded in the you that exists right now, but there's something about your energy where like you see all parts of you. I'm seeing this image of you staring back at yourself in the mirror and like just this calm smile coming from you. Confirmation work, by the way. This deep inner knowing that yes, that is who I am. And you know what? I've been through painful experiences. I've done some things in my past, but I love every single part of me. Like there's just, I could sit in this energy all day. I feel like I just took some ashwagandha or just drank some nice little tea. This is a very calming energy. And it's this calm, deep, quiet, internal power that's coming from you. And you know, at this point in your path, at this point in your journey, you have nothing left to prove. You don't. You have nothing left to prove to anyone. There's going to be people that believe in you. There's going to be people that don't believe in you. And guess what? It doesn't matter. None of it matters. It's beautiful that there are people that believe in you, and it's beautiful that there are people that don't believe in you. Because at the end of the day, none of it really matters. Just as much as it all does. Like I've been saying. I've been getting this very contradicting.
You know, as God, you know what I'm saying, you experience a lot of people that don't believe in you, you know what I'm saying? But from a baby, I'm talking about from a baby now, I'm talking, you know what I'm saying, 2025 years before now, you know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother was born 1923, Mama Dear, and Mama Dear's, her spirit is just as much alive as Rowan and James and Jakai and Liam Logan and Harmony. And the baby Casey got with Kevin for Kevin right now, you know what I'm saying? Little Kevin Heaven, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm gonna name him, but I gotta have a nickname for him, and that's Kevin's Heaven right there, you know, that's Kevin's child. So, you know what I'm saying? Now I know BB got another baby with Jerry. So, Kevin and Jerry about the same type of son-in-law. You know what I'm saying? I know because I was picked and I was Jerry's father-in-law, and I was also, you know, Adam. I was Jerry's son-in-law. You know what I'm saying? He was my stepdaddy, but he was my real daddy, if you let me tell it. You know what I'm saying? Because Edmund was my real daddy too, but you know what I'm saying? It was different time frames, you know what I'm saying? Different time frames, because my little brother died between me and Jerica, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? The one that came between me and Jerica lived a couple of years and he died, you know what I'm saying, at 3 years old. That was Robert James, and he became Robert James Blackman, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Terry, you know, my other cousin, but Terry a little bit older than me. And then Bubba older than me and Terry, and then William, he the baby. You know what I'm saying? Lisa and Teresa between William and Pinky. Pinky the oldest, you know what I'm saying? And that's really my real family. You know what I'm saying? Edmund was my real family, but I didn't really go around Edmond much, you know what I'm saying, until Kim them got of 15, 16 years old, and I moved from Bay City to Austin, you know what I'm saying, and moved with Kim them for a little while. I moved with them like 1980 to 81 to 85. That's when I told Uncle James I joined the army, you know what I'm saying. He really didn't care, you know what I'm saying, but we rode our last time he took me to see my daddy. And then, you know, I was in the army, I ain't never get out. Malone. Grant, Henry, Gamble, Price. I watched them put Price in the ground, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here talking as Jackson right now, this Stanley Price. We don't never die, Daddy. Don't never die, this Price. This first Sergeant McMillan. This Captain Kelleher. We don't never die. This Kelleher. This Yo Kelly. Kelly, yeah, that's Raquel Kelly. That's Jody Kelly. That's Kawanda Shell. That's your Nolansville Road. That's your Nolan Street, Texas. And you the god of it. The whole thing. Old Ocean. Swinney, Nashville, Indiana. Michael Jackson. You felt me go in your body, Daddy. You felt me go back in the original Adam Jackson body. But it still felt like Michael Jackson for a little while. You know what I'm saying? I love my sister Janet, my brother Marlon, and then Booker, Brian, Mr. and Miss Holman, Nina Sardina, Pavo. Oh, Adam, you done brought the whole Bay City back. This Henry Green, Donald Ray Green, Tawana, Kathy, Shirley, Kaylee, Terry, and then that threw Kaylee out the car. Jerry ended up killing him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad we didn't repeat the process. Jerry, you know what I'm saying, Terry, Adam Trott, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's God, man. I'm just telling y'all, man. Y'all came close to destroying this earth, man, with all that bullshit ass rap, you know what I'm saying? Now, I love songs and shit like that. But when you go to killing, stealing, destroying, man, and talking about gunplay and all that shit, then I'm gonna send you to the home in my goddamn self. And if I gotta go back and get you, and you told me, the white man tell me, you know, I'm thinking the white man crazy like my daddy. You gonna tell me I came out to the rice paddy and saved him in Vietnam. I said, man, you showed me. Now I know that was me. That was me. All World War I, World War II, submarine, getting locked up, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm right, man. I ain't going to let nobody be wrong on my ship. In my submarine, ain't nobody going to be wrong, man. The yolk of the egg is the mind of a man and a woman, you know what I'm saying, and a child. You know what I'm saying? That's the yolk of an egg. That's why we do Easter. And Easter, yes, that's the Eastern Star. The East Texas, Center Texas is the center of every star in the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? And every star in the galaxy is one whole Earth. You know what I'm saying? And every star got kids on it. And every star is a kid in the Earth. That's an old kid, 125 years old today, and that's a young kid, 0 old today, but what? One day, Daddy, somebody had sex last night. Shit, somebody in this world made something glue. Shit, last night. You know what I'm saying? So, cause you know what I'm saying, when I get hot flashes out, the world get hot flashes. Somebody trying to do something with somebody's daughter. It's just some son of God trying to mess with some daughter of God. You know what I'm saying? She a daughter of the goddess. You know what I'm saying? Cause Eve's still a goddess. Mary's still a goddess, you know what I'm saying? Jadina's still a goddess, you know what I'm saying? Shannon Yvette's still a goddess.
Duality energy these last few days, and I feel like that's exactly why you're in the position that you're in right now, because like you're accepting that. Ooh, and just what did I say in the beginning? It's like this acceptance of I'm not where I need to be yet, but I've also come so far from where I was, and how both of those realities can exist at the same time. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like when you can, it's almost like you're walking the middle path, the path of neutrality. And when you can get yourself into that position, that's where you master the art of detachment. And that's exactly what you're working towards right now. And again, I was saying this before, you're detached, but not in a way that's cold, in a way that's so liberating for yourself. Attachment is the root of all suffering, right? I think they say that in like Buddhism. You are at a point right now where you're choosing to see things from a neutral perspective. Everything. Nothing in this life is good or bad. It's how you perceive it, right? You can use a knife to cut someone a slice of cake, and you can use that same knife to buddy up, right? So everything in this life can be a tool, and I feel like you're starting to realize that, and you're starting to have a lot more discernment with everything that comes into your path right now. 1555. And I just know you are about to go through some major shifts and changes in these next 3 months. But you're in a position right now where this quiet power, this calm energy that's radiating off of you are going to be led by yourself without leading yourself, like I said in the last one, if you remember that. You're at a point right now where you just trust so deeply that something's got your back. Something's got your back. And you're not only putting your trust into something else, but you're putting your trust into yourself, back into yourself. You know that anything can happen at this point in your life. Any tower could crash, anyone could walk away, anyone could enter, anything could happen in your experience, and you know you are so rooted in who you are anchored and tethered to who you are right in this very moment. Nothing can ever shake you or throw you.
You know, you sound like a little sister of mine, you know what I'm saying? You look like you might be 38 to 42 years old, you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm 59, you know what I'm saying? I can look good, you know what I'm saying? If I get this hair off my face, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like to shave, you know what I'm saying? That's my only problem. I don't like to shave, but then I don't get my hair cut that much. God bless me to have hair the way mine is, you know what I'm saying? It don't grow long, so I don't have to comb it. I don't have to brush it. It's like an eighth of an inch to a sixteenth to an eighth of an inch, you know what I'm saying? Might even be, if you pull it, it might be a half inch, you know what I'm saying? But I don't, not care for hair, but I don't, I need it because it's my antennas, you know what I'm saying, to the spirit of God, you know what I'm saying, to love and hate and killing, stealing, destroying, you know what I'm saying? But mostly love, you know what I'm saying? Togetherness, you know what I'm saying? That's what the Indian family is all about, you know what I'm saying? As Indians, that's why, whenever it was wartime, they'd always, go and smoke the peace pipe, you know what I'm saying? Smoke the peace pipe, everybody talk with their godly sense, you know what I'm saying? Senses. All your senses are open to God's reasoning. God's reasoning, you know what you expect out of God, so don't act like you the devil. or Satan or a demon. You know what I'm saying? Act like you God. You know what I'm saying? Be real with yourself and be real with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the devil raising up no kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Satan being the father of lies and lies being given to God and the children of God just because a lie can be told and got away with. You know what I'm saying? It really don't never get away with. You really don't get away with a lie. God always tell you lie. You know what I'm saying? You never get away with murder. God gonna always tell you and you gonna always see the people you murder. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't talk down to a man or a woman or a child. I don't molest a child or a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? God don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I understand once in a while God gotta come back and tell people what really is really on his heart. You know what I'm saying? He gotta come back through us, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry it had to be me, you know what I'm saying? John, Ernest, you know what I'm saying? Ron Paul, you know what I'm saying? John Vaslavic, Joe Vardell, James Reynolds, and shit. Me and Mickey Reynolds was cool, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Mickey Reynolds was the only man to co-sign for me to get me a car. You know what I'm saying? And I made good on that. Dow Chemical lied on me and ended up taking the car, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, after they killed me, you know what I'm saying, and paid my parents and everybody else insurance to hush hush and don't let me know that really I'm just a slave. You know what I'm saying? Just like Bill Cosby, my uncle Leroy. Like my uncle Leroy. That was Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Dr. Huxtable, Bill Cosby. And Bill Cosby wasn't, but is now. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dawson. You know what I'm saying? That little clinic on Duncan Street was mine. You know what I'm saying? Fox was my boy. This R.A. Rodney Allen. Rodney Allen. Remember us, Dwight, Stanford, you know what I'm saying? Choo Choo, Adam, the police that used to try to catch you when you was Evil Knievel and Racer X and Richard George. Richard George was the real Speed Racer. Adam Jackson was the real Racer X. And Jared Fillmore was the real Evil Knievel. That's the way we put it that way. Adam was this Jerome, but then, you know, let me tell it, you know what I'm saying? I went the fastest, I just didn't tell nobody. Adam went the fastest the first time, and then I did it, but we didn't count it. They stole the bike, and after that I had to hide mine this J. I still got it picked, and I think I still got the Mustang. If I still got the Mustang, that's just pushing it, pick. But I ain't forgot you, pick. This Jerome, Denzel Washington. Jerome Griffin. And this Tex Adam, Wilson Bowling, this Jackie Adam, Jackie Bowling. But you know who I am now. Shannon Yvette, in the flesh. Felicia Richard Lewis, and Aintville, and what was her name, Daddy? I seen it the other day. Ain't Tennessee, ain't Lou, and one more name. Cause I don't want to think of Ain't Lou and Ain't Tennessee, and Felicia Richard Lewis, and Uncle Leroy losing his life like he did. The 5 shots in the chest came through my back. It came out my front. Right behind the depot. City Field. Donald Harris was my name, but Peck was really who I was. Adam Jackson, who I really was. That's how come it's P. Body. It's just a P, period. Body. That was my grandson. Peck's grandson. Ooh, shit. This John Amos Adams. Esther Roll. This is too much for me. Susie Owens. Oh, yes. Too much for me, Esther. Cause Red Fox say him in Good Time is just really rejoicing right now. And David Davis say Mo 3 ain't got shit on FOMO. Oh, this Dave pick, this Speedy pick, and this Maine, and this Patrick, and this Pooh, Michael Jordan, and Robert, Shaq, Jimmy Ray, Sam Temple, Steve Temple, played too much of Richard Pryor, you know what I'm saying? And Sam and Smack, and Eugene and G, you know what I'm saying? Pluck and Gerald. We done, and Mike, you know what I'm saying? We done did too much. Sam Pinkney, you know what I'm saying? Stop playing like you ain't Steve Harvey, you know what I'm saying? Stop working on them bullshit ass used cars, man, in that late 80s, goddamn, and give me my 2025 goddamn GPS coupe, you motherfucker, shit. I want my truck, man. I ain't bullshitting Alpha and Omega 650 bitch ass nigga for A650. And that's where I used to work. Well, I'm going back to make gold, you know what I'm saying? In my cells, Mod 5, wait. I made the Mod 5, the Mach 5, daddy. And Speed Racer car. And then I put all the Mod 5, Mach 5 things in the Mod 5 in all the plants. So you go to some of them plants, you could actually go to the control room and see sharks and, you know, not alligators, but sharks and, you know, sea creatures. You know what I'm saying? Up underwater. They call them sea centers. Some towns got sea centers. If you got a sea center and you got a town called Old Ocean close to you, then, you know what I'm saying, that sea center means you underwater. There was an old city there that, say, 9 miles high. a 45-mile-high Category 5 hurricane landed 45 miles inland. And 45 miles inland leave a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sorry to tell you. You're not going to hear it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you ain't going to get that warning. You know what I'm saying? When I start crying like I did. When I said he ain't never been up here with us and realized I was God. And the air I was breathing just spoke through me. You know what I'm saying? When you say that, then your daughter say, oh, they was just playing. yeah, they was just playing all right. They was just playing all right. You know what I'm saying? It make you go crazy.
This person is now reaping everything that they sowed into your life.
And I'm wrong reaping what you sowed in somebody's life. As long as you sowed good, you gonna reap good. You know what I'm saying? If you sowed bad, then of course you gonna get bad. You know what I'm saying?
This person is now reaping everything that they sowed into your life. The very trap that they dug for you, they found themselves falling in. All the discord, all the
just think chaos, instead of setting traps, TD Jakes, you could have been building houses for homeless people to where we would never go homeless ever again. You know what I'm saying? Not give people money, but give them the heavenly resources that we make when you teach them how to work. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to call it work. You know what I'm saying? Community service. You know what I'm saying? Government service. Just civilian service. You know what I'm saying? Being a civilian. We really don't need peace officers. You know what I'm saying? We still need police officers. But we don't want to call them poor least officers. We want to call them, you know, the justice of the peace. That's what we want to call them, the justice of the peace. If we need them for something. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know the difference between if we being God or we being the devil or Satan or anything like that. We know what judging and accusing is, and we know what making people feel fucked up and bad is. We know what killing, stealing, and destroying is. So, who have to tell you if you God or not? Who have to tell you if you could just go in the store and get what you need and come on out with just enough for what you need? And not try to take the whole store just because God made it free. You know what I'm saying?
And now they're reaping everything that they've sown. For someone specifically, this person is about to try and make their entrance back into your life. They're going to come back because they need your help. See, you were the one that they thought you would need them before they needed you. Even
I can't build no church. That's what I can't build. I can't build no church. You know what I'm saying? Because that's against Christ. You know what I'm saying? I can't build no church. But, you know, I can, you know what I'm saying, make men, women, and children what they supposed to be, gods. You know what I'm saying? And that's love. You know what I'm saying? You make love. You know, love bugs. You know what I'm saying? That's what we is, love bugs, man. We ain't no monsters and criminals and gangsters and thugs. You know what I'm saying?
You want to leave? Go ahead and go. You're gonna need me before I need you. And you looked at them and you were taken back. You were just appalled that they said that, especially all that you had poured into them. And now
that's why I smoke that peace pipe, man.
Into your life. Because
you know, you never know how people feel about you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, you know what I'm saying?
They've reached a point in their lives
How
where
does
they're
it
having
feel to know what I
help.
know? This God, you know what I'm saying? How
And
does it feel to know what I know?
instead of seeking God, they're seeking you because they know that you are always there. They know that they can always lean on you. They knew that they could always lean on you. They knew that no matter what they happened, no matter what they did, no matter how bad it got, no matter what happened between you all, you always forgave and you were always there. You always had such a kind, giving, caring heart. You know, you never wanted to see them hurt. You never wanted to see them struggle. Anything that you could do to help, you were willing to do, and you did that. So now, they're expecting you to
go past this light, then at the next one, turn left.
See, that's a GPS car. That's what we need. Cars that talk to us, help us out. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. You know what I'm
Now they're
saying?
expecting you to do the same
But
thing. Now
it's not just to rich people. You know what I'm saying? It's to everybody. All adult family members need vehicles. You know what I'm saying? All women and children, all women and men that have kids need vehicles, need homes to live in. We really don't need, it don't make no sense to be homeless or not have money. You know what I'm saying? We don't go out and fight nobody with no military, no army no more. You know what I'm saying? We use the military and the army for other reasons. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time to be coming to the house on no family violence. You know what I'm saying? Or kid go to school and say what the parents always say, don't tell nobody. You better not tell nobody what's going on in this house. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have kids growing up with that on their heart, listening to what you gonna do to their daddy or their mama or their grandmother or their grandfather. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no house to live in. You know what I'm saying? For no kid. You know what I'm saying? To see his mama get beat up by a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
If they can draw you back in, if they can lure you back in, if they can
or a husband jumping on her for her cheating or not cheating. Sometimes they don't give a damn. Devils don't care. Satan don't care.
And stop trying to seek you with the wrong intention. And see, it may initially be in your nature to say, oh,
that's why man choose
and see you, of course, please take it
to
to the
not
prayer, because for somebody,
love God.
You know, God may actually put on your
heart. The man knows to love God, he gotta love his brother and sister.
But for the majority of the group of individuals,
sometimes that's too hard to love your own brother and sister.
The case of it is, God is allowing.
But it ain't too hard for God when you know you God.
And the confirmation.
And you know you ain't perpetrating.
This person has
and you know you trying to make a baby with the right woman.
Who they were. They're still that.
And not trying to mess up no man or no male child.
When they were in your life. When they did have you.
Or no female child.
They're still conniving. They're still deceitful. They're still lack accountability. They're unwilling to take accountability or accept accountability for the things that they've done. And even if you try to address it and mention it, they're gonna brush it off like it's nothing.
No, I don't think it's too many people like that in the world no more. You know what I'm saying? Because God really here. You know what I'm saying?
They're coming back. They have not changed.
You know what I'm saying?
They have not changed. They want to. This narcissist
I
wants
see
to come
it
back
all,
and
Pop.
continue.
You know what I'm saying?
And
it ain't gonna happen like it did
which
before.
is tearing you down. You have been healing. You have been seeking God first above all else. You have
I can't
made
see
a great
working for somebody
headway
that
in healing.
cheat you on your
You've made a
pay.
lot of progress.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't
In
see
many
you paying
ways,
nobody
we're still going through the healing
when it
process.
don't really
It's not
make
over
no
yet.
sense.
Because of course,
And I
healing
don't
is
see
not a
having money to
destination, but
be
yet it is a
stole
journey.
or shot and
It's not
killed
something that
over.
can happen overnight.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
steps to the healing
And
process.
I don't see
And you have
wearing
made
gold
great progress.
unless
Do not allow this
everybody
enemy
went.
to draw
You
you
know what
back
I'm saying?
in and
So,
destroy all the progress
you
you
know,
have
some
made
places
thus
you
far.
can live, some places you can't.
So always remember to
But
seek ye
now,
first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and
wherever
allow
you
all
go
these things
should
to
be
be
the
added unto
same.
you. So if you're uncertain
You
if
know what
this
I'm
is you,
saying?
and
It's
this person
God,
came back
man.
and
It's
they're
Adam,
in you,
the first one.
and you feel like, maybe you should help them, you don't know, please take it back to the Lord in prayer. And if you have already taken it back to the Lord in prayer, then He should give you this confirmation. So I just pray a quick message blesses someone and encourages someone. I love you all. God loves you all. God bless you all. Talk to you soon. Till next time.